It's right there on the board. Don't make this mistake. Medical and dental expenses in 2025. Let's figure out how to avoid it. Now, we're talking about medical expenses that can be deducted on your taxes. These are going to be out-of-pocket expenses, and these are the ones that end up on your Schedule A, your itemized deductions. Gets compared to the standard deduction, you take the bigger of the two. So, what can you deduct? Ultimately, you can deduct post-tax medical expenses. So those premiums that can be deducted from taxable income, especially in businesses, well, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about maybe dollars that come out of your pocket for prescription medication, something similar like that where you're paying money that does not get a tax benefit. Those can end up going on your Schedule A and maybe help you get a bigger tax deduction. What's the trap? 7.5% of AGI threshold with the medical expenses. That means if you had $100,000 in AGI, that would make 7.5% of that, $7,500. Your first dollar of deduction would come at $7,501. You can see how that trap's easy to fall into. If you had $7,000, you wouldn't get to deduct any of it because of that AGI threshold. It's very difficult to get medical and dental expenses onto your tax return in a way that's truly useful. Can I deduct outside of a Schedule A? Well, that's going to be those businesses usually. Those are going to be the premiums you can't deduct on your itemized return or on your itemized schedule, but a lot of times those can be deducted through a business. A different video. Right now we're going to focus on how that Schedule A can work and where it shows up on your tax return. So now we can dive directly into the tax return itself. We can go take a look where this item will show up if you're taking this, and this can be used again to go track back in prior years to see if you were taking these. You can come check these forms. They'll have the similar names. But on here, you can see exactly what we were talking about prior. We have this 7.5% of AGI right here. This is the threshold we're talking about. Again, you can apply that percentage to your AGI. That is the threshold you have to surpass to take that first dollar of deduction. And ultimately, that whatever you do take is going to end up here in this box, and it's going to get added with the other expenses you put on here. It's going to get compared to that standard deduction. You're going to take the higher of the two. Now let's find out where that shows up on the 1040. So just as one last reminder, when we are talking these out-of-pocket medical expenses, we're talking about itemized deductions. It's so important to remember that if you're doing this stuff and handling some of it on your own, especially some of your tax strategy. We're going to scroll down here on the 1040. We're going to come down here and we're looking right here at this line. It's going to be titled like this in prior years if you need to go check this out, but you're going to look for the line that compares the standard deduction, the itemized deduction. If you have the standard deduction for that year, the medical expenses did not come into play. No matter how much they were, no matter how much you put on your tax return, your itemized deduction did not surpass the standard deduction, so you end up taking the standard deduction. If it's more than the standard deduction that you should have been allotted, then you may very well have taken those expenses. You need to go find your Schedule A in your tax return and see if that amount shows up on that medical line we were looking at. But ultimately, this is where you start. If you itemized, if you see an itemized deduction here that's greater than the standard deduction, you're at least in a spot where those medical expenses you thought you were taking may have been getting put to use. Really important to understand the base concept here. Really important to be able to check this stuff a little bit on your own, just so you can make sure and check for yourself and not rely on other people to do it for you. That's what these videos are for. Hopefully you're able to get something out of them and just take a little piece with you that you can improve your understanding of this stuff moving forward. My name is Matt Speckman. I'm a CPA. Come back next time. We're going to have other videos making sure you're avoiding common pitfalls when you're doing taxes. Thanks.